Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Now we have got to talk about one of the biggest fights in 2025. I mean literally the biggest, because we're talking about MARIUSZ PUDZIANOWSKI, who is the 5-time world's strongest man, going against Eddie Hall, the former 1-time world strongest man. Now, this fight hasn't been officially announced. It's going to take place at KSW 105 on April 26th. The reason why we know that, well, Eddie Hall's been talking about this fight being on his YouTube channel. He's already started camp. He's already started training. Pudzianowski has also talked about this fight on his social media. So from both camps, it appears it's on. It's just the fact that KSW haven't quite announced it yet. So what can we talk about regarding this fight? Well, firstly, you've got to give credit to Eddie Hall for accepting this fight. This is going to be his first MMA fight, his MMA debut. And before you have a go at me in the comments telling me that, yes, he's already fought a couple of brothers at the same time. Yes, I know that happened. It was a freak fight. It was a gimmick fight, 2-on-1. These two brothers took on Eddie Hall and he power slammed one of them in the octagon. But listen, this is a completely different deal. Eddie Hall, who's making his debut, taking on MARIUSZ PUDZIANOWSKI with a 17-9 record in professional MMA. Pudzianowski has been in the MMA for about 15, 16 years. This man is very, very experienced, and he has shared the octagon in the ring, because obviously KSW used to be in the ring. He's shared the stage with the likes of Tim Sylvia, 2-time UFC heavyweight champion. He's shared the ring with Butterbean, James Thompson, Artur Szpilka most recently, who obviously challenged Deontay Wilder for a boxing heavyweight title a few years back as well. So Pudzianowski has competed with some of the top names in the world of combat sports for a promotion that's arguably, KSW you could say, is the biggest promotion in Europe. So big deal for Eddie Hall here. You've got to respect his bravery. You have to respect his bravery for going in there. You know, normally if you make your MMA debut, you want to go in there and at a small stage, you want to take on a few warm-up opponents, get get comfortable in the octagon, get comfortable in the sport, but not Eddie Hall. This man, you got to respect it. He's going right to the top. He's going right for MARIUSZ PUDZIANOWSKI. But let's talk about Pudzian as well, because could this be his last dance? Let's make no bones about it. The man is 48 years old. He's had a wonderful career in strongman, 5-time world's strongest man, the record. He's had a great MMA career, 17-9, as we said before. However, at 48 years of age, he's had a lot of injuries, not fought for about a year. I don't want to say this is his last dance, but if this is his last dance, he'll be getting a very nice paycheck. Now listen, we've also got to talk about this fight from a KSW perspective. KSW want to position themselves as the biggest MMA organisation in Europe. Octagon are chasing them. Octagon have had a few stadium shows. And KSW for the last few months have been quiet. Not many big fights. And they do have a problem with stars. Halidov was their biggest star. He's old now. Pudzianowski is old. Szpilka is a former boxer who's just getting started in MMA. They don't have too many major stars who can draw eyeballs from around the world. Whereas this fight's going to get attention from all corners of the globe. Everybody knows who Eddie Hall is. Everybody has heard of MARIUSZ PUDZIANOWSKI. Whether you know much about his MMA career or not, everybody knows these two guys. These are global superstars. Octagon don't have that. PFL don't have that. Bellator don't have that. Well, actually, scratch that. PFL do have that with Francis Ngannou, but I think he's a little bit more focused on boxing now than the PFL, because who is he meant to fight in the PFL? He's got no opponents lined up in that organisation. So as things stand, KSW with this fight are in a good position. I'll tell you what, KSW 105, you look at the card, Szpilka is fighting against Zimmerman, Trutsigayev is fighting, he's back, he's going to take on Heratic for the light heavyweight championship. Adrian Bartoszyński is a very talented fighter. If you've not seen him before, he's going to be defending his welterweight title. So a lot to look forward to at KSW 105. It could be the biggest card they have all year, and I simply can't wait for it. In terms of a prediction for Pudzianowski against Hall, listen, 11 years in difference in age. Hall, though, he wants to come into this fight at 150 kilograms. I was watching his training videos. Right now he's 160. He wants to cut that down to 150. He's got just over a month to do that in. Still, at 150 kilograms, this fight as well is scheduled for 4-minute rounds. 3 4-minute rounds. That is a long time. Very, very long time. So I don't know. I think I'm siding with Pudzianowski in this one. I'm backing Pudzianowski's experience. 17-9, serious record, serious opponents. Yes, he's 48, but he's in tip-top shape. You watch his training videos, you watch his, he runs every day. He looks in terrific shape, terrific stamina. I think Pudzianowski's experience will get him over the line here. Whereas Eddie Hall, I applaud his bravery, but getting in there against Pudzianowski, it's tough. It's going to be tough. But I wish them well, and I wish KSW well for what will be one of the biggest events that they have put on in 2025.